Okay, welcome back to turn 5 of Blood on the Snow. What are we looking for here? Well, we actually ended with a pretty decent spot on something over there. That's JTMO's Armoured Knight, which is a... it's for a fist team. I can't really remember what the acronym for that. Something like Forward Integrated Support Team or something. It's for calling artillery in. And we had a mortar round land around here last turn. No casualties, just 2 wounded. Or lightly wounded, they're not incapacitated. So we're going to be spreading these guys out, pushing them into the woods a bit, bringing the BTRs forward so they can hop in them if they start getting hit. Up here, the BRDM is being knocked out and the crew is bailed. They're both still alive. They probably won't be for long. We've got these sound contacts up here, which is probably a striker platoon and a couple of Humvees. We'll see where they slot in, whether he's going to punch it, which would be nice because I might actually be able to receive him to some kind of advantage on the reverse slope here. We also think there's a platoon down here on the south crossroads objective. So we'll see if we're going to move out of the initial phase. So we should be kind of coming towards the end of the initial grab for position. And we're not particularly interfacing that much. So it's going to be up to one side or the other to push forward and make contact after this. I'd rather not do it. But he probably knows that. I want to try and fight on the defensive with his coming to me because I want to squeeze as much advantage as possible out. We've done 4 minutes so far, and I have no evidence whatsoever that I've even hit any enemy pixel trapment or equipment, while obviously there's a BRDM down here, a cooking squad, and 2 BTRs over here. Not great. But yeah, let's press go and see what we get. I hate this part. That's another Mark 19 hit probably on the BRDM, which is properly knocked out now. Oh, yep, spotting some stuff up there. If we can see it, we can shoot it. That's a cannon. We like cannon. There's that tow Humvee. So it was a tow Humvee. Actually, that fire is, yeah, that's that BTR area fire in that area. So it'd be interesting to see what's spotting these up here. Oh, yeah, a bit of fire going in at that corner position up there. Because it might be the BRDM crew. There's some kind of hit in there. Oh, yeah. The BTR there is getting hit by something. Can it see anything? No! Of course it can't. And the team right next to it is suppressed. So, yeah, that's awesome. Right, let's zoom in. Yeah, the BRDM. It was getting smacked around by Mark 19 fire. That doesn't look like a Mark 19. That's a shaped charge, definitely. Let's see if we can capture the... Oh, yeah, I just saw a rocket there. I'm not quite fast enough. I think it's an 84. That's the launch noise. It's a very close 84. I'm going to roll with 84. If it was Javelin, it would go up and come down. But it looks more... it looks more like... an AT4 hand, one shot handheld AT. And we've got that striker there. So these guys have seen the striker. Oh, and some infantry. The BTR can see nothing. I suppose the optics are sort of in a tree, maybe. But at least there is a striker out there somewhere shooting at these guys, and he's shooting at this guy who was, yeah, he was the guy who was aiming at that infantry a second ago. So did he actually get a shot off? No, he didn't get a shot off. That looks like either a 50 cal Humvee there or a striker back that way. And also spotted these guys. These guys are probably the ones who hit the BRDM. You can see them. That team there. Do you want to shoot that? You want to shoot those guys maybe? I'm seeing maybe a little, a couple of issues with the pixel truppen here. Maybe you want to shoot those guys. And over here, these guys, yeah, these guys are getting suppressed. So that's 50 cal, just shooting up that team. That was a rocket. We'll go have a look at that in a second. So these guys are just suppressed. This BTR sort of knows stuff is there, but can't see them. It should be able to see them. I mean, it's shooting at you. But at least it's not been knocked out. I suppose that's a plus, isn't it? Those guys can see. Come on, there's a window. Just shoot them. Well, I suppose you wait till something else comes up. But seriously, that's kind of... I'll have to check with the targeting later. Now, there was a rocket, wasn't there? That went this way. I assume at one of the BTRs? Unless it was someone trying to finish off the BRDM. You know, because they're not necessarily... The enemy don't necessarily know it's been knocked out. I mean, probably, but... Boom. Oh, were they firing at that BTR? Which also couldn't see them. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just skimmed it. If I got the smoke off... Yeah, let's put the smoke back on, that'd be easier. We don't have any smoke out here that's... No. Just trying to judge how many people are in this little team. Probably at least 2, I would say. You can kind of judge it by where the position of the icon is. So if it's one guy, it'll just be directly on top of him. If it's offset, then it's more than one. You know, if you have 2 guys right next to each other, like over here, and the icon was over here, then you know it's a squad that's quite spread out. So yeah, at least we're getting some spots here. Not that it's helping particularly. What did we get down here? So down here the Humvee turned up, didn't it? And this one of these BRDMs, yeah. So this was where there was an American squad shooting at the BRDM last turn. They were hanging around here, and hopefully some of this fire has done a number on them. Hopefully. And yep, that's popped back up. So yeah, we nailed it. If it wasn't for those bleeding air bursting rounds, we would have got that. So this is one of those examples of technology making things harder, which is just great. It's a good position though. I mean, look at it. It's very hull down. Just the top there showing. It's hard to tell whether it's worth taking any actual pot shots at. And did anything else happen? No more explosions down here. No. Interesting. And we've got a little toehold around here. So this, at the moment, this kind of looks like the critical bit. And, oh, hello. What's that? That's smoke. I have no idea where that's from. No idea whatsoever. Right, so I don't think there's anything else that we need to see. Let's just double check. No. Cool. We may need to get cheeky with some of this stuff. So you sir, because this gets quite gamey, because I know where the enemy is. There he is. But my pixel trapper don't. He's got line of sight. So we'll just dump, 15 seconds worth of HE into that square and see what we get out of that. I am he looks like he's prepped for winter. I am okay with the idea of losing some forces up here, especially on the edge of the reverse slope, because I want JTMO to come in. I want him to come in close, where I've got this kind of I can put fire out on him. See which of you is the better target. Well, let's try and hit the one that that's actually shooting at us. Oh, we have no line of sight there. That's awesome. So we'll just have to do it this way. So let's try and be sure that that target line is going to go through. Yes, it is, that striker. We're just going to give it like a couple of seconds. Annoyingly, it doesn't know better, so it's probably going to fire. It's probably going to fire HE at it, which is obviously not good. But make sure you guys go in that door. So that's not awesome because they can't really see from there, but it'll do. Where's the other half of your squad? Up there. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's cool. And how my AT-13's doing? Because we were going to get those out, weren't we? That's cool. Mortars, we were going to mortar something. Yeah, those guys were going to mortar that. By the time that has started to come in, we may, because I have another TRP up here, we may be in a position where we can start dropping some mortars here, or at least be prepared to start dropping some mortars here. Like I said, I want to lure him in as much as I can. And I might actually bring one of these platoons here up and actually get them stuck in around this area as well, just to beef it up, you know, get him into that kill sack, or make sure that if he does go in the kill sack, I am actually capable of destroying him. There's nothing more depressing than having the enemy where you want him, and then he just turns around and says, "Haha, no!" And yeah, very, very annoying. So we'll try and bring, because you know, the beauty of mechanized infantry like this is if I put them in the wrong place, I stick them back in the vehicles and we drive off to a better place. You know, you have that fantastic flexibility. You can, yeah, see enough of them. You guys are on short range. Yep, that's good. They are a little bit exposed on their flank there to anything coming up there, but anything coming up here should be exposed to these guys down here who are in position. That's cool. Let's kick you out over there. Split you up. We've got windows on that side, haven't we? Good. Get you across there and into that house. So we're expanding a presence down here, basically. Oh, where's my other recce BTR? There we are. Let's move you up there, see what we can see from there. And then push these recce guys up and see if they get shut at. That is literally the job of reconnaissance. Go over there and see if anybody shoots at you. That's not a joke, that is literally how it works. And who can see that? Those guys. What's the range? Too far. Technically, the RPG can fire out to about 1 kilometer, about 980 meters, something like that, at which point the warhead self-destructs. That's all covered off. Yeah, I think we're cool. But you know, at 600 meters, they're not gonna hit it. Come on. Firing through a load of trees. I don't even know how they can see that. Which is essentially the problem here. Seeing things. These guys, I would imagine, are going to get pasted in the next turn. Yeah, I just that's my gut feeling. This engagement here, the one that's actually going on, is J-Team has moved stuff up, and it's spotted and it's engaged on its own. On the next turn, he's going to be able to concentrate his fire. So you see this one with a Mark 19, that's going to absolutely rinse out that area. He might even reverse it to a bit of a better hold down position. Actually, talking about threats, let's see if we can't concentrate some fire actually on that. It might just be in the wrong action square for me to actually hit it. That would be perfect, but we're clicking onto over there. What about that? Nope, still no. No. We're better off hitting this infantry anyway. But yeah, as usual with the Russians, it's pretty galling to see stuff that I know where it is, but the Pixel Treppen have no idea. That's the annoying part, really. Can't just pop that up there where it can... well, I wouldn't be able to see anyway. I'm just thinking about that there because it's going to be shooting the fence in front of it. Whatever. He says in a way that definitely won't come back to bite him in the arse. I just want to see what can we see from that house. Nothing. You can sort of see him there. So it'd make a pretty, an okay secondary position, but like you say, these guys aren't going to get out of here alive. They're fucked. You may be hearing me say that a lot, talking about these Pixel Treppen. They're doomed. Absolutely doomed. But we'll try best. So over here we're pretty much reverse sloping things. I need to cancel that. That would be smart. It might be worth actually bringing some of these BTRs up and just randomly hosing buildings. That's an option. Probably a better option for later though, I think. Guys are okay. Let's actually move this MG team up here because we're a bit weak in these kinds of areas. This reverse slope. Bring that BTR up there. A little bit. No, it's good where it is. It is good where it is. Right. I'm going to stop fabricating and press go. And not regret it at all.